Welcome back to Yildiz Readings 5D. For those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium, a clairvoyant, an intuitive astrologer, and a soul coach connecting to the twin flame path. And yes, all these messages come from those resources as well as my personal experience on the path directly. Now, we are going to get into this read, and yes, more resources are coming for the path, so stay tuned for that. Now, what I am seeing for the divine masculine, especially, I feel this does drag over from the previous read. So if you haven't seen it, go through and have a look. And these all do come out in your twin flame path, connecting to, the last ones. Go through and look at the previous ones if you haven't and you're brand new. Otherwise, we will look at what is coming up at the minute for the divine masculine and what I see coming through. But I feel there's a roll on. I do feel there's a roll on from those ones. Now, we see in their crowning energy, due to that, again, you'll see the reference points of the previous update. I feel as though they are aware of people's behavior, okay? They're getting like the hints, they're getting the hunches. We have the intuitive energy and frequency coming through. If you look to the back of the tree can connect to family. You're looking at the state of the tree. That can be the vibration of the circumstances and their surrounding environments. And they're trusting their instincts. Now, for some, this can be to do with what they're going to need to do to create stability. For others, it is connected to an old cycle, and they have hyperdrive senses going on at the moment in their instinctual frequency, because we have the owl in the back. Now, a couple of the members, yes, I do have a membership. So, for those of you that don't know, it's Sage Inner Circle Network. We'll come here and we'll plonk that up. I actually did discuss this, and it's funny because we've moved into 2026. Now, why are we experiencing the previous astrology vibration? And it was a number 9, yeah. We have on the card here a number 10, is because the North Node was connecting to that. And so a lot of that circumstance last year, we were feeling quite stuck. It was very psychological. We're wrapping that energy up as we're moving to the 10, the 1, okay? Now, what do you get with the 10 and the 1? It's sort of like the Fool card in tarot. You take a leap of faith, right? It's a brand new beginning, 0, infinite ways it can go. Number 1 can mean, okay, well, I have this new beginning, but where the heck are all the tools? We're going to be establishing those things during this process. So I see the divine masculine, especially, it could be the hermit mode, it's the intuition, keeping their cards to themselves, and really using their instincts. It's like, right, it's time to go. Now, although there is a lot of the old version of them that has gone, for particular individuals, especially those that they don't trust, they're in the poker face energy. Now, why is that? Again, why? Let's look at the crowning energy, because they are trusting their instincts. They are waiting for people to expose themselves. They know the chess moves, they know the games, they know the dress-ups, they know how this goes. Now, they're developing tools, because we see this as an 11 now, which means some tools are coming to them. Where can those tools come from? Interesting. It actually feels as though from past experience. They're using the past experience now to guide them through on this new chapter and how to navigate a very testing situation, one could say. There is this cycle that they're addressing. And that did very much come up last week. It was like some information coming to them. They've gained the information. Now they're in the mix of going, okay, this has to close. And look at the card. It is, it's in the reverse, and it looks like a 9, but it's technically a 6. So there could have been an old toxic cycle that was taking a while to kind of wrap up from last year, maybe even over the last few decades. I'll just be honest. However, they're having to make some sacrifices with this and taking a tactical approach. And, it's frustrating. It feels frustrating because if they continue down the same old merry-go-round, they kind of know how this path's going to go. They also feel as though people around them might be moving into victim consciousness. They also do not want to lower their frequency to a shameful position where they will be regretful of lowering their standards. Okay, this could be the reference point they're making is once I open this gate, I don't know what's going to be. Once I move through this circumstance, this face off, because I was very much getting a face off. It's like, because we get almost like the losing face, the selling short, but we're looking at this individual here ready to go to battle. Mars, the planet of war. I get that there is a very stern look. It's like I'm hearing the term "don't test me," and I do feel as though this person doesn't want to be taken where they don't want to go. Now, in their mind, and I'm giving the information as they're processing it. Okay, so bear with me. They're taking a pause here. We have the healing card in reverse. I'm looking at the previous card, and I'm moving down to the foundation. We have these cards all in reverse. Now, the first thing I was guided to is I'm not feeling that's a bad thing. I feel it's an acceptance thing. It's that some things can't be undone. Some things can't go back to the way they were. They may feel that a situation is out of their hands, and this is connecting to other people. They can't fix other people. They can't change other people. The consequence is the consequence, and that's what I'm hearing. But I do not feel this is to do with the masculine. I feel as though there could be some guilt of the fact that they can't help that person out of a pickle that they put themselves in. Delays associating to it. If anything, it's like, why didn't I do this sooner? And really standing up for themselves. Now, we're going to go back into clarifying because I get that this is a time in which they're ready to actually push through the mess, the dirt, the churn, to actually get this done. They just want this to be done. They don't want the mess associated to it. They know it's going to get messy, especially where we look at this card here. It's like, okay, well, you're going to be like that. We need to go. Okay, then. So this could be somebody that maybe from last week, and it could be earlier, we're really challenging them on this, and it felt initially a little bit like a negotiation. Now it's no longer a negotiation. I feel some of these things have been for a little bit out of all parties involved their hands. So the what do we call it? The hand of fate has intervened. And this is speeding up the exit of this old cycle. But also what it's doing is fast tracking a new cycle, a cycle that was on hold that they desired to move on to, that was long overdue to start. So it's like, a little bit like you're trying to cram homework. It's like, gee, every time I tried to go there, the door was always locked, so I couldn't go in and renovate the building. I couldn't even do the open. And now they're in this space where they're going, oh, heck, it's right in front of me. It's right here. I can actually have that now. I can achieve that. I can do that. And it's weird because in a way, it's feeling as though this has been something they've wanted for a very long time. And I can't believe how close they are. We're going to go into clarifying because like I said, I'm really not getting this as a bad thing. I do feel their concern is if they're pushed too far, they might look cool on the surface. But if they're pushed too far, other people may see the darker side of their energy based on unhealthy boundaries. So I guess the messages don't test the DMs. And I would say this is for the karmic energies. Okay. Yeah, this is to do with the person. Again, they're like, you don't change your stripes that quickly. Okay, so that they're seeing this for what it really is. It does not work on them anymore. They're well beyond the scopes of feeling that people that have really crossed them can pull the wool over their eyes. They're onto the game. They're onto that game. Okay. There was, I'm hearing play the player at their own game. They may have poker faced the situation for a little bit. And although I'm getting this person can feel very offended, the person actually taught them how to do this. That's what I'm being shown. It's like you trained me. And so they're taken by surprise. A, because they're not aware that the other individual knew, and B, because the other person's learned and are doing it better. Two, I wouldn't say, no, I don't actually feel it's in a negative way. I feel it's a chess move. That's what I'm feeling. It's a tactical chess move. It's like checkmate. Yeah, they've definitely lost hope in this. What's this? I'm telling you, the individuals involved in this are surprised. They've been blindsided. They've been shocked. They're surprised by this. They were kept out of the loop. Yeah, I'm like literally, I feel this is the divine timing energy. And although they feel things are going to probably take a little bit longer, the message my guides are showing me is, yeah, there's no time. It's now. A story is coming to an end. Unable to fix another circumstance. The karma associated to an old cycle coming up, needing to be addressed. Communication coming in. And I'm hearing the term surprise, surprise. And I feel this is going both sides. I feel this is going from their side and a karmic energy side, a karmic cycle side, because it doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. And what is unfinished business and what was delayed. I feel as though they might have felt it would go more in their favour if they delayed. But some added information has been added to that. I'm getting a similar message to last week. This is going to directly change 3 individuals' lives. They just keep referencing 3. I would love to know, especially if you are in communication with this individual or you know firsthand by what's happening. I would love to know with this outcome card and how it's going to impact 3. It's either 3 areas, 3 direct people, or involves 3 people. What that energy is, I'd really love to know. Now, as mentioned, we do have these out weekly. If you do want to go see the feminine, the karmic third party, and your last week's suggestion, feel free and stay tuned for our new resources that are coming up quite soon. As to our website, we do have bookings online as well as any webinars that are going to be added this year. They are going to start filling up, and you will know what those are. And you can join our Sage Inner Circle network via the website. And we do host a landing page for it whereby you are able to sign up for its grand opening. Stay tuned. I'll bring more information to you and share links online. Otherwise, for those of you watching this update, you can get them directly below.